What does the Six Nations mean to rugby fans?
It's outstanding. Like the rivalry between Ireland and France,
England and Wales. England and everyone. Everyone in England. I'm being optimistic about my nation and my country, which I love.
I don't trust Scotland.
Hello and welcome back to the pod, and this week we're going to be talking everything Six Nations. It is here, finally, at long last. So this episode we're going to be talking about next weekend's fixtures as well as a wee roundup of the URC. Let's start by talking about what does the Six Nations mean to rugby fans?
It's an end better. It's outstanding. Like, it is Christmas for a rugby fan. It is such a good tournament.
It is the best rugby competition and arguably one of the better sporting competitions that actually exist, just because of the rivalries, the history behind it, just everything about the Six Nations is amazing.
Every game has got something on it. That's what I love. There's no dead ducks in this competition at all. It is such an intense arena for sport. It is just fucking outstanding.
A big thing that tells me this, the Six Nations is such a good sporting competition is that when you say to someone who isn't a big rugby fan or might not even be a rugby fan, do you watch rugby? They say, no, but I watch the Six Nations. Yeah, and that says a lot. It's like me saying I watch the World Cup, even though I'm not the biggest football fan.
Tennis, when you'll be like, oh, I don't watch tennis, but I watch Wimbledon.
Exactly.
It's the Six Nations is the same standard and the same tier as that. It is just unbelievable. Like the level of competition, like I've said, is just so high. And then you've got rivalries like the Calcutta Cup within it, the Doddy Weir Cup, like the rivalry between Ireland and France. It's just France and
England and Wales, England and everyone, everyone in England. So something that else is amazing about the Six Nations that the BBC Rugby Pod done a deep dive in was around the cities and what it means to the cities, and it was actually a really interesting podcast to listen to them, that these cities come alive. Cardiff, we've been there to Cardiff and experienced.
And this year,
we'll be there this year, but we've experienced what Cardiff is like on a Six Nations weekend, and the way the city comes alive for it. We've been to Dublin for the rugby, and the way that Dublin is able to absorb all the rugby fans and how amazing the atmosphere is. Murrayfield, we obviously know a good bit about how good a rugby weekend is in Edinburgh, and it's just a really nice and it's all a nice, good sportsmanship competition.
And you're making such a good point. It's these cities almost encapsulate what the Six Nations is.
That is maybe something that gets missed in a lot of competitions. It's not just about the rugby.
It's the city.
It's the cities come alive, and these amazing cities that hold some of the most iconic cities in the world: London, Dublin, Cardiff, Edinburgh, Rome, and Paris. Host the biggest. Like how that is sometimes forgotten that 6 of the best cities in the world host these matches every weekend.
That is amazing how privileged we are as rugby fans that is what we associate with this amazing tournament. And it really is an amazing tournament, and it is what gets me through January. And when I'm like counting down the weekends until the Six Nations starts,
well, we cannot wait. So let's go through each team and what we think their performance and how they are going to do. We released a short on our prediction on the table, and if you'd like to see that, go to our YouTube or our TikTok and see that. But we'll go through each team. So let's start with what we think is going to be the top of the table. So let's go.
Well, let's start bottom.
The wooden spooners. The wooden spoon. Some people are saying that we're in a wooden spoon shootout.
Fuck.
And I'm like, have you watched any rugby recently?
Like,
you're not. It's just that, and so they're Scotland fans as well.
Aye.
And I'm like, come on, guys. Like, this is the mentality that we've spoken about. We don't want that in rugby anymore.
Nah.
But let's start who we think is going to get the wooden spoon. And unfortunately, it's a place that we love. And we're going again this year. And we love the hospitality of Cardiff. But I think
Wales.
that current form is going to be Wales.
I just can't see how they can pull out performances from what they've done the last couple of years. I can't, the way they celebrated beating Japan, they're the only team they've beat.
The lose streak that they had. They had a few good moments against South Africa and New Zealand where you saw the direction that they're going in before they got fucking hosed.
I just can't see. They just don't have a crop of players. Don't think that they're going to be able to compete at that level. Because you look at some of the club form, Cardiff are doing half decent, but I just don't think they've got anywhere near enough to get to the level they need to be for competing in the Six Nations.
They've got a few more years to blood these players through before they do any damage.
Aye, so I think so.
On to Italia.
Aye. They've got a lot of injuries.
Aye,
They've got a lot of injuries. And I think just for Italy, again, they've not been that good. Like, they've not been that great recently.
Yeah.
So
they've just not been performing as well. And they seem to get up for the Six Nations and perform pretty well in the Six Nations, but I don't think they're going to be able to do any damage this year, unfortunately.
Nah, I think it's going to be Wales and Italy scrapping for the wooden spoon.
Gotta be. Right, disclaimer. The next team we're going to be talking about, there is every chance they could win the competition.
And fucking pump us.
Yeah, they could pump us in the process and win the competition. So to all our Irish viewers, this is nothing personal. It's maybe just an objective opinion based on
wishful thinking.
But Ireland look like they could be going on a slide, and correct us if we're wrong, but what there is evidence to suggest with injuries and form to Leinster at the start of the season, which the main crop of players come from, and I know Leinster have turned it around.
A lot of injuries.
But they have a lot of injuries, especially in the front row.
A lot of injuries like they've got, and I just think even Bundy Aki now being out,
Matt Hansen,
they've got a lot of injuries, and they've just not got that same form. You just wonder what that World Cup done to them, man, and I can't see them doing.
We could be eating our words here, but I think that Ireland might go on a slide.
I'll eat my words. We're gonna fucking beat you.
We won. Honestly, I would take losing to England to beat Ireland.
Oh, I don't know about that. We're going to the game, man. We're going to the Calcutta Cup and the Wales game away. So, you want to go to a Murrayfield?
No, you're right.
Bevian all day, then lose.
You're right.
England, right. Not that chance.
But the point is, Ireland could either come fourth or first,
and I think that just shows how competitive the kind of top four of the Six Nations is.
So moving on to who we think will come third, and it is us. I honestly think that third should be the bar that we should
the minimum we should be doing.
Is the minimum. With the current crop of players, the match 23 that we're going to go through, we should be doing better than third.
We're going to get heat from this. We're going to get called arrogant Scots, whatever you want to say.
Which is fair. But fine. Do you know what we can say to that? We're Scotland fans.
We're Scotland fans. Sorry, I want my team to do well. We have no injuries. Genuinely no injuries at all. Our Glasgow team is on some form. We're a settled squad. Granted, we had a shite autumn. And we did have a shite autumn, but from what all the players are saying, that is a line in the sand.
And they've had a fucking boot up the arse.
They have. And I love what Kyle Steyn said. Kyle Steyn said that the fans don't trust them. And we don't. No. I don't trust Scotland. We're obviously Glasgow fans. I trust Glasgow. I do not trust Scotland. And I want to be proven wrong. And I want to trust that group of players. And I think this is the year that you gain our trust.
Let's see. And I hope that we do. I think with the team that we're going to go through, we have every ability to beat a few of the big dogs in this competition. And if it doesn't happen, fair enough, call us arrogant Scottish people, and I'll eat my words.
It's Harry, but
it's not me. I'm being optimistic about my nation and my country, which I love. Shoot me
Sorry,
down.
I want my team to do well.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Sorry we don't go into the Six Nations saying, we're going to get the wooden spoon.
I know, man. Some of the heat that you get already, it's like, alright, okay. Right, so second place,
probably France.
We think France.
We think France, just France. They've got some injuries, to be fair. We want to give a shout out to Antonio.
Aye.
I love him as a
Heart goes out
player
to
as
him,
well.
aye.
He fucking hit hard, man.
Aye,
But
heart goes out to him.
do you mean that as a pun? Heart goes out to him.
What do you mean?
He had a fucking heart attack.
France have the potential to beat anyone on their day, but also lose to anybody. So we'll see. But I think realistically, who I think is going to win, or we think is going to win.
You can say what you want about us as arrogant Scots. We're about to say that we think England are going to fucking
bitter
win.
rivals. We think England will win.
I think
with their squad, their depth, they seem quite settled under Borthwick. Great win streak and some decent performances in the autumn there. It's hard to argue. They seem to be hitting some momentum. But
we're going to beat you.
N can happen.
Calcutta Cup. So this weekend's game starts with Ireland against France
on
France
Thursday night.
I mean, I quite like the idea of it.
Well, it breaks up the weekend.
But I mean, it's quite weird, isn't it? Obviously, the Winter Olympics opening, but I think Ireland aren't going to be able to.
It's going to be great to see. It's going to be the best opening test for Ireland to see what our predictions are like.
Yeah.
They could either get hosed or they could show up and put in a match, but I'm going to say France by 10.
I think France are going to dominate them in the scrum.
Well, if they do anything like what they done to South Africa done to Ireland, then Ireland should be worried, especially with the front row injuries that they have.
Yeah, I think so. I think France by 10.
So moving on to the second match, which is Scotland v Italy in Rome. Italia! Italia!
Who fucking knows the words?
It's a nice laugh.
That's great, dude.
Right, I think that we should be going over there, and if we lose this game, it is an absolute that will be devastating.
God, if we lose,
I don't know if I
can't take it.
I don't know if
I couldn't take it.
I'll sell my tickets.
I couldn't take it, especially because we're doing the 2 weeks after that game,
which would become must wins.
We can't. Anyway, listen, we're going to win. We're going to win.
I'm going to say Scotland by 15.
I'm going to say Scotland by 15.
I think with the injuries that Italy have, the momentum that the main bulk of the Scotland team are being made up of Glasgow Warriors players, the momentum that they have should put in a pretty solid performance.
The form of Italy, they're not in great form. They didn't do great in the autumn. I think even the club teams aren't doing amazing. They're not doing class. So I think we would be looking at definitely putting 15 on them.
I'm saying 15. And then the last game. It's actually not the best opening weekend, is it?
It's probably the Ireland-France game is probably the highlight. That's definitely game of the weekend.
England-Wales. I'm going to say England by 20.
I'm going to say England by 30.
That's going to be maybe.
I think it'll be. Right. I think what I love about round one, it gives us a teller of what's going on, and we probably have one of the best opening rounds is Italy.
It lets us see where we're at, but also should be a win.
Aye, definitely.
So
this is going to be our 23 of what we think is going to be starting for Scotland.
So, front three.
Zander, Ashman, Schumann. That's our front row.
Second row. We could go either way with our second row, but for our second row, we've went with starting Scott Cummins and Gregor Brown.
Yeah, and I think you could change. It could be Grant Gilchrist, Scott Cummins, but I think it's going to be. I think the best squad you could put out, it would be Gregor Brown and Scott Cummins. Yeah. But I could see Gregor Brown's been used as that impact player, so I could definitely see him coming off the bench.
Back row,
Glasgow back row.
Jack Dempsey's in a boot right now, so hopefully the speculation is that he'll be fit for the game. So let's
quite cryptic everything that's getting said. So let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, there was also that speculation with Jamie Dobie, but apparently he's been cleared.
He's fine.
Right, number 9, we're going with
Ben
White. He seems to be the experienced kind of talisman.
So the most of the backs pick himself. Ben White 9, Finn Russell 10, Sione 12, Hugh Jones 13, one wing, Steno, the other wing,
who we would love to see Jamie Dobie.
it's going to be Darcy Graham.
It's going to be Darcy, yeah.
I think I'm such a Darcy Graham fan. He's a different player in a Scotland shirt, and this is his chance to prove that.
And Tooney likes him.
And I think if Darcy doesn't get that, Darcy's going to have some competition, so he's going to have to perform against Italy. And then I would have Kyle Rowe at fullback, but he played for Glasgow, so I think it's going to be Blair Kinghorn.
Blair Kinghorn. It's got to be a 6-2 bench with the opportunity to play it. We've not probably ever had the opportunity to run such a strong 6-2 bench, so we're going with, on the bench, Mills, Hiddleston and Sutherland able to cover the front row. And then we're going second row options of Williamson, who could also be interchanged with Gilchrist.
Who could also be interchanged with Gregor Brown.
Exactly. So who knows with those. And then back row options of Ritchie and Bayliss.
Yeah.
Both able to cover. And then for the back line, we're such a privileged opportunity that we have the two utility backs in Jamie Dobie and TJ.
You're just blessed that the two of them cover literally every position in the backs. So
great looking 23.
When me and you sat and done that, it's probably the best 23 I've ever thought about for Scotland.
Especially with no injuries.
Aye.
But that's our kind of look forward for the Six Nations, so looking forward to it. Okay, URC roundup. Let's start with Glasgow.
I mean, for 13 boys being out that aren't available for selection, I think they did a really good job of getting one over Munster. I was at the game. It was pretty cagey in the second half, but the first half they looked on the ball, looked like Glasgow. The boys are fighting for it. Our bench was super weak though. You know, you think of really inexperienced boys coming off the bench.
It wasn't a great second half, but I suppose that feeds into what you're saying about the bench. Munster generally had the momentum the second half.
But I think these boys it was such a good learning experience for them to know what momentum shift looks like. Our bench obviously just wasn't capable of coming on and making a huge impact. And it's fine, they're inexperienced boys.
Standout performance for me was Dan Lancaster.
I don't know how he didn't get man of the match.
I know.
Dan Lancaster looked
great. Honestly, if he is going to be that number 10 for us next season, delighted.
The way he read the play for the interception, it's like clearly done his homework.
And he had some wheels, man.
Wheels. And he was putting the shots in, his kicking was good. He's got beautiful technique on the kicking.
Good. It's a good looking kick.
He's got great off the ground. I loved how he got that, they charged it down when they weren't supposed to, so he got to readjust and he slots it. I just think I quite like Dan Lancaster.
He's looking good, man.
Eat my words massively, 'cause I fucking hounded him, man. But he does, what I will say, he does hesitate a few times. I clocked him doing that.
What I would say, he seems to be really eager to learn.
Yeah, he does.
Really eager to improve.
And you think about, if your coach is Franco, you're going to be alright.
Aye.
So, no, I think Glasgow looks solid. 9 from 9 now, 9 in a row now. They're just looking class. We've got Connacht in the middle of this block of the Six Nations. There will be probably quite a similar team that we send over there that played there. So hopefully these young boys have got
home final.
Finals.
Right, Edinburgh, typical Edinburgh. Decent kind of
first half
moments in the first half, and then second half just got blown away.
Aye, they just couldn't stay.
Nah.
I genuinely just don't know what else to say.
Decent try from Doohan.
Like I said, I made a video. He's got some fucking wheels for a big boy. We all know that, but I just think they just looked just Edinburgh. It was like, oh my god, we're gonna win. Let's not win. Like that's like what they do. Like
Freddie Douglas again having a pretty great game.
It was very good, but I just think they're going to struggle. What I hope they do is they learn from that, because they're obviously playing there in the last 16 of the Champions Cup. So let's hope they harness that experience to get the first team players coming back in, and they can go over to Dublin and actually put a result in against Leinster. I don't think that'll happen, but let's hope they can do something like that.
Stormers picking up a loss.
Aye, good.
So we're 4 points clear now.
4 points clear of
Leinster. Glasgow 4 points clear.
Aye. Well, Leinster now second. Stormers, they've got a game in hand. Stormers, so we'll see what happens with them. But
And if you want to see any more of the recap on the URC, then we released a video. If you want to see a little 3-minute recap on it,
Check
over
it out.
there. So
That's us from
that's
this week.
us
So
weekend.
next week, obviously, we'll be talking that the Six Nations will have happened.
Well,
So we'll see what goes on then. And yeah, thank you for watching. And remember to like and subscribe. And let us know what your thoughts are on the team that we've selected and what you think the teams are how they're going to perform through the Six Nations.
thanks a lot, guys. See you later.
See ya.